What is going on, Internet? Lou here, and it is really late, and I'm pretty exhausted. But I wanted to give you guys an update on some changes here that I have on my desktop, as well as a couple of hardware changes I've got going on. I went back and, you know, I have to watch a lot of the videos that I produce. I don't really like to. I don't like to kind of see myself on video or anything, but I want to continue to get better at making these videos. I want to try to be clear and concise and as informative as I can be. I'm Captain Rabbit Trails. I can't really get away from that. Obviously, you know that by the length of my videos. I have gotten a lot of feedback, however, from a lot of you that said that you really like the in-depth, more lengthy videos. So, I think it's working out. But anyway, so I watched a lot of those videos, and as you know, I wear this microphone quite often, and it's a really, really cheap microphone. Definitely not very good quality. And I've listening to the sound of my voice, and I know I'm a geek, but man, that thing just was murder in my voice. So I went and grabbed the microphone that I used to use, which actually belongs to my 5.1 surround sound headset, my Tritons that I use for gaming. So I've got a really nice pair of Tritons. They're good for PC gaming, PS3, Xbox. I've had them now for 2 years. Love my Tritons. Use them all the time. It's got a really high quality mic. Well, not really high quality, but much higher quality than the one I was using before. So I've got a new mic. Hopefully, I've got a little bit more bass in my voice, and I don't sound like such a super geek. But anyway, so I got a new mic. Hopefully, that's gonna bring a marked improvement as far as the audio is concerned. So if you hear any weirdness in the audio, any feedback or any crazy noises, just leave a comment below and let me know. The other thing I've gone ahead and done is I've changed the operating system I'm using. I'm still Linux, but I've uninstalled Fedora and I've installed Linux Mint 12. Now the reason for this is, well, kind of twofold. I mean, one, I get a lot of messages from individuals regarding the tutorials that I post. However, what I've found is a lot of the messages I get aren't really regarding the subject matter in that particular tutorial. It's regarding the operating system itself. So I could be really stubborn and say I really like Fedora and I prefer the Fedora experience, and screw everybody else. Or I could just say, you know what, I'm here to try to help as many people as possible. So what I'll go ahead and do is install what I think most people are going to end up using, and that's probably an Ubuntu based system or a Debian based system. So I went and installed Linux Mint 12, and I did this for a couple of different reasons. One, I've tried Unity, I've tried Ubuntu 11.10, I tried 11.04, and I just can't use it. It's so counterintuitive to me. Everything feels so forced and unnatural in that particular interface. And for those of you who like it, that's awesome. I mean, again, we're Linux users, so one of the great advantages that we have over every other platform is we have so many different options, and that could sometimes work against us and be to our detriment. But a lot of times it's in our favor, and so I cannot use that interface. So instead of using Ubuntu 11.10, I thought I'd go back and show my continued support to the Mint team. As many of you know that watch my videos, I'm a big Linux Mint fan. Their Linux Mint 10 is what sold me on switching over full time from Mac OS 10 as a previous Mac user. So figured I'd show Mint my support. Mint is on a very ground level right now. They're going to, I think, really make GNOME 3 and GNOME Shell a great experience for a lot of users. And so I'm excited to see what they do in the future. So I really want to show their support in installing Mint 12 and running it now as my main OS. I was having a few issues with getting FFmpeg to work. Originally, well, this is when I was on Debian testing anyway. I was playing with Debian testing a little bit. The audio and video were out of sync and not syncing up properly, And Linux for You and Me actually figured out how to fix that. So, big thanks to him for doing that. But I figured out what my issue was for Ubuntu-based systems, and well, I might as well show you guys in case any of you are actually wondering. Let's see here. I'll show you on the script I have for my laptop. Okay. So basically, here is the script I usually use when for FFmpeg screencast when I'm on my running off the laptop. And the problem I was running into was right here. This section where it says vcodec lib x264 preset ultrafast dash crf space 0 and then dash y. That's the snippet right there of the FFmpeg code that was getting me screwed up. I will show you what I had previously. Okay, so previously I had vcodec lib x264 vpre lossless underscore ultrafast dash threads 0 dash y. Supposedly that's a deprecated flag for FFmpeg. It's not being used anymore, this lossless ultrafast, but instead you use this flag here, this preset ultrafast. I don't know, but it was screwing me up. It just was not working, and obviously I make tutorials, so I need FFmpeg to work, and it's really the only tool right now that properly captures video and audio within GNOME Shell. I know that GTK Record My Desktop works well in Unity with the Unity shell, but it doesn't work well at all under GNOME Shell. So I got that up and running. My webcam actually looks a lot better here than it does in Fedora, I've noticed. So I really like that too. I've got a nice HD webcam, and I think that it comes out just a little bit clearer in Mint 12 here than it was in Fedora. Not by a whole lot, but by a little bit. As you can see here in Mint 12, what I had to go and do is I do not care for the default theme that Mint 12 uses. I know it's an existing theme that an artist, I think either on GnomeLook or DeviantArt, maybe I think it's DeviantArt, put together. Not a fan. I've always loved Mint for their aesthetic. Bar none, Linux Mint 10 was the most aesthetically appealing Linux desktop out of the box, bar none. Loved the aesthetic of Linux Mint 10. A little bit disappointed here in Linux Mint 12. I think they're kind of just really trying to figure out GNOME Shell and GNOME 3, so it seems a little disjointed to me. I didn't really like it, so the first thing I went ahead and did is changed it back to the standard GNOME Shell theme, which I think looks really nice. I also installed the Fienza icons, so I've got those installed. Gorgeous icons. I mean, I don't know why these aren't included in distributions by default. They're by far the nicest icons that is out for Linux right now, in my opinion. So I don't know if it's a maybe a copyright thing from the artist. I don't know, but they're amazing. So I installed those. By installing those, it actually tweaked these icons up here in the top panel a little bit. Now that I'm at the top panel, I'll go over what I changed. I also really do not care for the clock being over here on the right. I just think it jumbles everything up too much. And as well, this top panel here in the middle doesn't really get used for anything. It's empty, wasted space. So I think, at first this felt really out of place when I switched over to GNOME Shell from GNOME 2, because I'm used to having my clock over here. But now that it's here in the middle, especially how we don't have window lists here running across the top, I think if we still had window lists like in GNOME 2, this would kind of get in the way. But now that we don't, I really like the clock in the middle. It just feels right. So I took it out from over here in the right, put that in the middle. And as far as shell extensions go, I disabled all of them except for the media player extension and the shutdown menu extension. So I don't have to hold the Alt key over here anymore. I can just go to shutdown And as many of you know, I really like the media player extension. Not that these extensions are bad, I don't care for them very much. So I switched those out. And as far as the theme is concerned, again, we're using the default shell theme, the Adwaita theme. I'm sorry, the default GNOME shell theme, and then for the window theme, we're using the default Adwaita. Same thing for cursor. I'm using MintZ for my window theme here. Really like that. And obviously, again, the fans icon set. And that's that. So everything's very responsive, very nice. I also went ahead and installed main menu. If you're looking to create, say, like a custom launcher, you can do that here with main menu. You can also tweak the icons that are used. I know I switched out, when I switched to fans, I switched the default Firefox icon for the one Mint uses. I just really like that. Oh, excuse me. Getting real tired here. Anyway, switch that out. So all in all, it feels a lot like when I was on Fedora. Works really well. Boots very quickly. I also put, let's see here. I put together my own kernel as I normally do. I've got the 3.1.5 Zen kernel going here, running really well. Got BFS rocking the house on my CPU, and so that's going good. And you know, everything's running really well. I mean, even with using FFmpeg here, screencasting, I'm still only using 583 megs of memory with GNOME Shell, with FFmpeg, using my webcam. I mean, you know, it's performing really well. So I will be now on Mint 12 for the unforeseeable future. Hopefully, again, that finds you well, and hopefully it helps you guys out, so you won't be fumbling around Fedora or trying to install Fedora, and just to follow along with my tutorials. Again, I'm here to help you guys. So I do still love Fedora, but you know, I like Mint 12 too. So you know, we'll see how this goes. If you like me using an Ubuntu base for these tutorials, leave a little comment in the section below, and leave a little comment for me down below, so I know that this is going to be helpful for you in the future as far as tutorials are concerned. Stay tuned for more Android content. I definitely have more Android content coming out. Just had a 2-part Android kernel series. I also posted that on Roots Wiki. If any of you guys are Android enthusiasts and you're looking for a good support website, Roots Wiki is good, and I have those videos posted there as well in the HTC Thunderbolt forum. Speaking of, if you guys are Android users, leave a comment below letting me know what Android phone you guys use, or if you're going to be getting one soon or putting it on your Christmas list, let me know which one that is. Right now I've got my eye on the Galaxy Nexus, pretty much like the rest of the world it seems, and so hopefully I'll have a Galaxy Nexus in the not too distant future, and if I get one of those, I'll definitely do a review on it. And I'm going to be coming out with an Android modding, we'll use that word, series that shows you guys how to do certain Android mods to the operating system and kind of customize it to suit your own needs and your own liking. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, guys, I gotta get some sleep. I'm freaking tired. But anyway, if the mic sounds good, let me know. Please leave a comment. Let me know that the mic sounds good. Hopefully, I got a little bit more bass back in my voice. But anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you have a good night, and we will see you later.